The Bloody Bean, people, the Bloody Bean. 617. MMA. In boxing. Control violence. All right. Let's go over this past week's. Oh, shit. That's what sucks about not having a producer. That's all good. Figure it out somehow, all right? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Shifts are bad. Shifts up. You know what? Oh, well. Here we go, people. Let's go this weekend's fights, and we're gonna touch on this week's fights coming up. First of all, I'd like to give Garcia a lot of credit. Garcia this weekend, Saturday, going into Sunday morning here on the East Coast. Garcia versus Fortunas. I didn't have faith in Garcia. I'll admit it. No reason to lie about anything. I just thought he bit off more than he could chew from a double champ. And obviously, he proved he's got the skills. You know what I mean? Tank Davis, a whole other skill level, people. There's a lot of good fights to be made in boxing. We just got to get these promoters to make them because, once a year ain't cutting it. UFC, mixed martial arts, has blown it away. If you love boxing, you don't like MMA, there's something wrong with you. There really is. I hate to say it. I mean, how can you not like freaking fights every single freaking week? You know what I mean? Just like there's boxing every week, but elite boxing, not really. Very rarely do we have great fights that we had in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. 70s, I was still a little kid, but the 80s and 90s, I mean, we had great fights. You know what I mean? All the time. Marvin Hagler. And then the Tyson era, I mean, couldn't get better than that. You couldn't get more elite. Like I always say, I might be a little bit biased because 617 Quincy in Boston, Southwest Quincy in Boston, I might be biased. You know what I mean? Marvin Hagler is my favorite middleweight of all time. And Sugar Ray Robinson, I'd say those two right there, probably the best middleweights ever. The fight I really want to see in boxing is Crawford versus Canelo. I think Crawford outdoes anyone. I think Tank Davis will knock out almost anybody in the lighter weights. But they could all go up and fight each other. That's what they should all do. They should all fight each other 3 times a year, make a bunch of money. You know what I mean? And then we'll see who's the best. You know what I mean? The best fight's the best. That's how you find out who is elite, who is undisputed. You know what I mean? All the belts on the line. You know what I mean? I still think Lomachenko has a chance. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't complaining about no injury with the Lopez fight, and Lopez fought really well. I watched that whole fight. You know, I take my hat off to Lopez. I mean, he's a he hits hard. But Loma, I give him a lot of credit for not making no excuses. He had a shoulder injury. I have a shoulder injury right now. It fucking hurts. I still train with it. You still feel like you do almost everything you could do it. You think you could do it in a boxing match, but when you're taking off a little bit of power, I guess, with the shoulder. That's where all your comes from the balls of your feet, but everything twists off your shoulder. You know what I mean? So, if your shoulder's hurt, compromised, like Ortega's was this past, and I think that had a lot to do. I think he's had a lot of. Actually, I know he's had a lot of shoulder issues. I had tendonitis when I was like a teenager. Working out, I got it for like a whole weekend, like 3 days or something. And then I was back to working out again. I was fine, but that hurt like a motherfucker. And the freaking cluster headaches in the back, that hurts really bad. But I'm just so used to it, especially without pain meds now for almost 53 months coming up in August. Just cannabis. That's all. That's what helps me. I still train with it. But if I was in a pro fight, I'd probably get it fixed before I fight. You know what I mean? Because I'd want to be 120%. I feel about, 100%. You know what I mean? I would never fucking not take a fight. You know what I mean? You want to pay me to fight? Dana White, I'm right here, man. You want a Boston? You want a real freaking Irish freaking savage? Right here, brother. Because heavyweight. Or see if I get down to 185. I doubt it. I highly doubt that. But 205, heavyweight, because I'm 222, 225. Bellator, any mixed martial arts. I love Cage Warriors, any is. You want a real savage, guy that's fought the streets, prison, everywhere. Right here. And in the ring, right here. Give me the fights. Fake Paul, give me the fight. Give me the fight. I even give Jake, I don't hate Jake Paul at all. I just think Disney kids, Drake, Jake Paul. I give Jake Paul a lot of credit for his hustle and Drake too. But I'm not fans of theirs. You know what I mean? I want to see Anderson Silva fight fucking. I want to see Jake Paul fight a real fighter. A real fighter. Not someone that's going to fucking take a dive, you know what I mean, for $1 million or whatever. You know what I mean? I hear Mike talking about it all the time. I ain't signing that contract. I and Mike would hurt you. He would hurt you bad, Jake Paul. Because, I know what I could do to you. Imagine what Mike could do to you. They called me the white Mike Tyson back in the days. You know what I mean? But I haven't taken no damage. You know what I mean? I've never taken damage. So I just feel like I could, I've been calling for that fight for a long time, but I ain't a Hollywood person or an ex-grappler or anything. Someone that can't throw his hands. You know what I mean? That's what he's looking for. And you know what? You got to give the kid credit. You know what I mean? He makes money. Showtime, all that stuff. Even though I'm an HBO guy, HBO boxing, and ESPN, you know what I mean? ESPN, Friday night, the fights. And then we got UFC. Obviously, I've been watching since the 90s. I had the first UFC game on Xbox. You had to hit like 10 buttons to make one move, or 5, 6, 8 buttons to make one move. I don't know how good it's gone because I don't play video games. They're a distraction to me. But they did help me stop drinking and sipping the cocaine on the weekends, the party and shit. Mikey B used to come over every Friday and Saturday. We play friggin' Madden, hockey most of all, Madden, baseball, basketball. We play all the sports. Play fighting games, just everything. All the old school shit. But video games are good. If it's gonna keep you in the house, and it's gonna, I don't know. It's gonna keep you. If it's gonna keep you safe and home and not getting in trouble, good for you. You know what I mean? Good for you. Let me see. Okay. One thing I wanted to look at here. This past weekend, I thought were great fights. I thought we had great fights on this past weekend. Really good fights, actually. There was some, the judging and everything. They use a boxing system. I think they should stop using the boxing system because it's not boxing. It's mixed martial arts. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference, actually. But that's neither here or there. Let me see something for a second. I'm trying to bring this up for some reason. I don't know why. I got it right here, but it won't. Okay. Okay, let's just go over this real quick. All right. I guess we could do it this way. Oh, listen, people, this is going to be Tuesday through Saturdays. I just did it today. For shits and giggles to get it right. You know what I mean? Okay, so we got actually, I don't even wanna go to this card yet, obviously. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. But that last card, honestly, I thought it was, we have such great cards coming up right now. It's just off the charts. The fights, like every single week, there's great fights every single freaking week. And I'm huge fan. Huge fan. I don't know what the hell's going on with the iPad right now. Oh, here we go. All right. Start the prelims from this past weekend. Henne versus Ducote. I had Ducote in this one. I thought it was a good fight. As my boy from Rush Hour MMA, Jay Smooth would say, bathroom break fight, but actually not a bad fight at all, actually. Wasn't a bad fight. Sometimes women, show heart of a lion. And you got to remember, people, some of these women, have had kids. They, women are different than men. You know what I mean? It's obvious, testosterone-wise, all that stuff. So give the woman a lot of credit anyways for, just fighting, period. Because they show a lot of heart. They show a lot of friggin' heart. And there's elite, and then there's, a little over average. If you're a pro fighter, you're over average. You know what I mean? You're doing pretty damn fucking good. But the fights that stood out to me in this whole card was Dustin Jacoby did a great job over Jung. Jung's a tough kid, South Korea. Jacoby just went in there in round one, KO. 3-13, round one, knockout. The Grant Stoltzfus fight, I like that one too. It was a good fight. I had Stoltzfus on my Savage Inc. picks on Fridays. I did very well. It was I don't gamble, but I still did very well. Like it was 7-5. It easily could have been 8-4. It could have been 9-3. You know what I mean? But between me and my co-host, and there will be more people joining me on this program weekly. I have people coming in, whenever they want to come in, whatever days are good for them. Whatever. I got pro mixed martial arts coming on here, mixed martial artists. I got pro fighters coming on here, boxers. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Always gonna have guests. You know what I mean? Podcast / talking MMA and friggin' in boxing, elite MMA, because there's only two to talk about. That's it, elite. There is no other. And I like amateur. Don't get me wrong. I do like amateur because that goes. We got Contender Series coming up next week, I think, or this week. I think it's next week, but it might be this week. I will let you guys know before this program's over. Simon, Jack Shaw is a tough guy. Undefeated, actually, till this past weekend, which goes to show you people, anything can happen. Anything can happen in mixed martial arts. Anything can happen in fighting, period. It could just, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We just don't know. We just don't know what these fighters are going through in their lives. I respect all these fighters. I really do. Anyone that gets into a ring or into an octagon, they got my respect. Right off the bat. Boom. Yeah, I think I had Shaw. I thought Shaw for sure was going to win that fight. But Simon, I said it to my friends we were watching it. I say he looked ripped. He looked shredded. And I never seen him look that shredded before. He's always like kind of bulky, you know, kind of like trying to look like a bodybuilder. Like I always say, people, muscles don't win fights. These are for show. These are the go. You know what I mean? These are for show. These are the go. Triceps. And he was shredded. And once he walked in the ring, I'm like, oh, shit, I think I made a mistake with that pick. I don't know. But I did make a mistake with that pick. But taking Shaw, who was 16-0, it wasn't that bad of a pick. You know what I mean? Shaw's a tough kid. You know what I mean? Tough kid. I don't understand 11 o'clock start a.m., but I don't complain because I know a lot of people. My co-host from Australia has to get up. He's 14 hours ahead of me. He has to get up early or late or has to lose sleep to watch fights. Guys in England, they have to watch. You know, they have to wake up. They have to watch fights till 4 or 5 in the morning. So, if we have to get up early to watch fights, who cares? We should never be complaining about that because people across the world, they got to wake up early or wake up freaking really early or stay up really late to watch the fights. So for anyone to complain that's American, right, it doesn't happen too often. So not many times in a year does it happen. Is it not a night fight or something like that? You know what I mean? This week, again, it's in England, and that card's stacked. I like Aspinall. It's not that I don't like Curtis Blades. I respect Curtis Blades a lot. He's Jesus. I think he's got records of most finishes by a heavyweight, or I forget his record. He has a record though. Curtis Blades is if he learns to use his hands a little bit better, like he has been working on it. If he's working on that, he's a dangerous dude. But this kid Aspinall, I'll tell you, he's got speed. He's got speed, and he hits in close. Nice, technically sound. I mean, he can wrestle. I would say Curtis Blades definitely gets the wrestling edge, but with the hands, don't be surprised you see Aspinall knock Curtis Blades out quick because that's how fast he is. Speed kills out there, people. Speed is what I'm always talking about in training and everything. This is the new name for the channel, people, in the podcast. This is on all podcast outlets. This is on Spotify, Anchor, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, all of the podcast apps. Subscribe and like. Help me build this into one of the biggest MMA channels who I have respect for. Other channels like Combat Sport, Combat. What is it? Combat, Morning Combat. I respect those guys over there in Connecticut and DC. Connecticut, that's part of New England right there. In the background, you can see the Cape Cod right there, the little island. At the edge of my microphone, right on the edge of it, you can see Cape Cod, the island. That's the Northeast. That says this area in the box below may or may not see snow. We really have no friggin' idea, and that's really true. They really don't have no idea. They have paid a lot of money. They have a lot of technology, right? And they never call it right. But who cares about weather right now, right? We're talking about fights. Control violence where no one goes to prison, no one goes to jail, no one has to get bailed out. No one pressing charges except for maybe Colby Covington, right? Sorry, Colby. Actually, I'm not sorry, actually. You say on site, you shouldn't be saying that to a guy from the streets that grew up on the streets. Like Masvidal. Like, I don't know if I would have attacked you like that. I would have just waited to run into you somewhere on the streets and say, hey, you got something to say now? You said on site. I wouldn't have went up and from behind and all that shit, but I like Masvidal, man. I've always liked Masvidal. I think Masvidal is one of the most underrated fighters, and he's got balls of a fucking rhino. You know, the guy's a fucking savage. He can fight. He can fight. He needs to work on his wrestling a little bit more, and he's gotten by with his, with his hands. I mean, I remember watching him fight Kimbo Slice. I'm not fighting Kimbo Slice. I remember him fighting for Kimbo Slice. You know, Kimbo Slice would, set up fights, and Jorge would always say yes. So, rest in peace, Sean Gannon, who beat Kimbo Slice, and rest in peace, Kimbo Slice, because those guys, they're way ahead of their time. You know what I mean? I wish I knew about technology back in the days, because I really didn't. I really didn't start learning technology till this past year or two. Like, I just started learning it. That's why I don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff I do know how to do. It's just green screens and everything. That's the only thing I'm learning right now. That's the only thing I need to learn. Everything else, I'm figuring out. You know what I mean? There's going to be a new logo that's being created this week. And I was spreading myself way too thin. I was trying to do way too many things. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But I just want to talk fighting. And if anyone ever needs training, obviously go on the channel here. You'll see about 400-500 clips. There's at least 200-300 on training and how I train. You know what I mean? So you should be good. You know what I mean? You should be all right. There shouldn't be no problems with you guys with training. You can reach me at Nizzo17@gmail.com. And private training, group training, virtual training. But everyone, all our time is valuable out there, people. So nothing is free out there in this world, brothers and sisters out there. It's just not. I cannot use my time and not be making money. I got a son going to college next year after this year coming up. And, kids cost a lot of money, people. Anyone that has kids out there knows this. Jacoby was a great fight. Gilbert Burns' brother is really good on the ground. His jiu-jitsu was off the hook. I've seen him like ragdoll people in Brazil, on videos, watching him spar and, grapple with people and, BJJ. What can you say about Gilbert? He's a savage, you know what I mean? To see Gilbert carrying his brother out of there, like, that's true family shit. You know what I mean? Like, I wish my family was that tight. You know what I mean? I really do. Used to be. So Algueo got the win on that fight. He's now 16-6. He was 15-6 prior to that fight. Round 2, 150 KO, TKO basically. 11-4 for Burns' brother. I don't know where he goes from here, but I mean, he trains with his brother. I mean, Herbert, I would not give up on yourself, dude. You know what I mean? You're a pro fighter, and maybe you might not live up to your brother's expectations or, people's expectations of you because your brother's so good. Your brother's like one of my favorite fighters. The guy's a savage. But you could be that much of a savage too. All you got to do is learn how to strike better, and you take down defense. Obviously, that's what it is. I mean, you could roll with any black belt on the ground. So your jiu-jitsu ain't a problem. It's the striking. That's what I see. I think you need to come up here to the Northeast Beast or go down there with Oliveira and shoot boxing. You know what I mean? He offered Tony Ferguson to come down. I wish Tony Ferguson would go, down there with Oliveira, shoot boxing. And because I believe Oliveira, now this is what I wanted to open this whole podcast up, was with this, we got Olives versus Islam. Oliveira versus Islam. Talk about an exciting fight, huh? I believe, this is what I believe, right? This is what I believe is going to happen. Islam is not Khabib, people. That's what people have to realize. Now, he trained with Khabib. Yes, you are who you train with. Islam's extraordinary talent. That guy is a savage. But Oliveira, unbelievable. Look at all the people he's beaten. All the animals. He made the Gaethje fight look easy. Like, honestly, let's face it. He made it look easy. And I was looking forward to Gaethje and Khabib. That's how much I'm looking for before we knew, we thought Gaethje might have a chance, right? I really believe Ferguson had a chance at Khabib. But Khabib, John Jones, Khabib, Tony Ferguson, those three guys right there, Volkanovski, Yeri, Plachis, there's just so many savages. Even Glover Teixeira, Alex Pereira. I mean, we got some savages. Islam, I really believe Olives beats Islam, and then I think Volk beats Oliveira, Olives, and then I think Khabib comes out of retirement and beats both of them. I think Khabib's gonna say, "Hey, this is what my father wanted, 30-0," and he's gonna say to his mother, who he keeps his word. Khabib's a man of his word, man of principle. And I respect that. I think everyone should be a man of their word. I think everyone should be, have dignity, self-respect, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Honor. And self-respect is a big thing, dignity. And I really believe everyone seems to be leaning towards Islam. But what people don't realize, right, is Olives has been hit by all these guys. Dropped, concussed, whatever, discombobulated, on spaghetti legs, Queer Street USA, whatever you want to call it, right? There's a million words for it, right? When you're friggin' dazed and confused, but you snap right out of it. His mindset now is just, I'm not losing. And ever since he's had that mindset, I mean, look at what Charles Oliveira has done. I mean, you cannot, we all know he's the lightweight champ. No matter if he has the belt or not, we all know he's the lightweight champion. And I don't think anyone's going to take that from him. I don't believe so. But there are some killers in that lightweight division. There are some killers. Yeah, Volk, be careful what you wish for. I think you should stay at 145 and just dominate. Because you're moving up in weight. Even though you're a natural heavyweight, from what I know, I think you played Australian amateur rugby or something. You were pretty good. You're an athlete. You got that explosive power. I mean, you're a great fighter, Volkanovski. Alexander, great. I mean, good luck with your hand. I've never broken my hands, and even except for this. This is the only time I ever, right there. See this pinky? I can make a bridge with it. I hit a kid with a left hook. Right? That was sitting down at a table. And I was sitting he was to the left of me. And he kept slamming refrigerated doors at 5 in the morning. So that's the only time I've ever, and I've been in a lot of street fights, a lot of bar fights, all kinds of fights in the 80s and 90s. I never broke my hands, never broke my fingers, anything like that. But I can imagine how much it freaking, you know what I mean? I know a lot of boxers, like Mayweather's had problems with his hands. A lot of boxers have. I guess pushing your knuckles right into rice and turning around, turning and turning, because there's so many friggin' bones and just so much in a hand, in a wrist. And once you mess up your wrists or your hands or whatever, it's time heals everything. So it takes time. You know what I mean? Ankles, feet, knees, shoulders, they're all bad injuries. Elbows, all of them. You know what I mean? They're just bad injuries, and they take time to heal. You know what I mean? I really think Olives and Islam is going to be insane. Olives is going into hostile territory there. Not hostile like as a bad place to go. I mean, Abu Dhabi is beautiful. It's definitely on my bucket list. I'm definitely gonna visit Abu Dhabi one of these days. You know what I mean? It's definitely a place I want to go. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Greece. I want to go to the Vatican. There's a lot of places I want to go. I want to go to Great Wall of China. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go to South Asia. There's a lot of places I want to go. I want to go to New Zealand, Aussie, to see my boys down there. Like, I got some, friends, new friends down there. Kiwi, my buddy Kiwi down there. A lot of good people. There's a lot of places I want to go. You know what I mean? But first, I got to figure out where I'm going to move after next year, after my last kid graduates high school and goes off to college. Because by then, it'll be 52 years in the city. You know what I mean? It's just, I love the city. I guess you could bring someone out of the city, but you can never take the city out of that person. You know what I mean? So I'll always be, I guess, I just want to go somewhere where I can hunt bi-weekly, grow strains of there's a cannabis community too here, people. I'm about to light one up, chill out, talk about these fights. Fights coming up. There's nothing scripted here, people. This is all just brutally honest. And there is nothing better than brutally honest people. There's a lot of people that fake it to make it. One of these mornings, we will talk about the people who faked it to make it. And there's a lot of them that you would never think. Actually, a lot of them talk like gangsters these days. You know what I mean? They were the farthest thing from it. They ran from gangsters back in the day. So look. Let me see if I can get this thing quiet down a little bit, people, because I do have audio going on for all the podcasts. Subscribe and like, people. Like, I gotta what's it called? I gotta try to every single episode I'm gonna make better and better and better. It's constant elevation, people out there. And as long as you're getting 0.00000.10 or 0.0000000.01% better daily, you're doing good. You know what I mean? Nothing happens overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. That old saying is very, very true. Rome, the empire, didn't fall in a day either, right? It happened over time, right? It's like addicts out there, right? I'm an ex-addict, right? Or whatever, an addict or whatever you want. I guess an ex-addict's always an addict or whatever. I was really an addict. I just partied every weekend and I sold drugs. You know what I mean? I did time for that shit. You know what I mean? So that was in my first 25 years of my life. 25 years of my life. First 25 years. Too comfortable in chaos. You know what I mean? I was a product of my environment. Was a long time ago. I got 22, almost 22 years. 2001, March 3rd of 2001 was my last hangover. The last time I drank to get, drunk or whatever you want to call it, right? That's the last time. That's the last time I've had a hangover from booze and cocaine, all that shit, right? That goes with it, right? It all goes with it. In the 80s and 90s, it all went with it. You know what I mean? Where I grew up, it was drinking, and after 2-3 drinks, everyone went, you know what I mean? To wake the fuck up. Just do business, you know what I mean? To always stay alert. Booze makes you sloppy, people. It makes you sloppy, makes you tired. Some people it lifts up. Some people it lifts up. Some people, love booze. I could have one or 2 or 3 drinks with good people. people that I really enjoy and I like, I will not disrespect them and not have a drink with them. You know what I mean? As an adult, you know what I mean? So I don't mind having a drink or a couple drinks, but then you will see me drinking water after. You will not see me keep drinking. You just won't see it happen. Never again. It'll never happen. I've had drinks with people and not had to have more. Like that took me about 6-7 years before I could. In the beginning, there's no way I could have went out and drank. You know what I mean? No way I could have. No way I could have did. Because once you start drinking, back in those days, once I started drinking, I didn't stop. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there. Past 52 months, hottest 52 months of my life, coming off all those pain meds, all the Oxycontin, all the oxycodones as breakthrough. Oxycontin prescribed to me as pain, 80 milligram Oxycontins, 8 of them a day, 8 30 milligram oxycodones a day as breakthrough pain meds. In Xanax bars, 2 milligrams, I was on 9, prescribed 9 and 12 of those a day too, for almost 16 years. So the last 52 months plus, it's been the hottest time of my life emotionally. You know, anger issues, sad issues, depression issues, like whatever you want to call it, happy, sad, mad, all into one. Thank God I haven't had no fucking urges. You know what I mean? You know, there's been times in the beginning, you know, when I was on methadone for like 9, 11 months or whatever the fuck it was short-lived because I didn't want to ever, I don't want to ever have to fucking answer to anybody. I'm not good at taking orders. I'm a leader. I lead. I don't follow. You know what I mean? It's just the way I am. I cannot do it. You know what I mean? We all follow. When we're younger, we all follow. You know what I mean? We follow. I was following older kids, and you know, they all had my back as young kids. So I, you know, around 16, 17, I felt in my mind I could beat any one of them. But they were tough kids, every one of them. And I lost 60 plus of them easy. They're all gone way too young. God bless their souls. I could do a whole fucking 3-5 hours on all those people, probably a 24-hour thing on all those people, because each one of them was unique in their own way. A lot of people didn't understand these people. These people will give you the shirt off their back. It's their reputations. And people that didn't know them as well as I knew them, well, all they remember is, oh, he's an animal, and they probably think they deserve to die. No one deserves to die young. Nobody. Life is a gift, people. It's a gift. And we all need to embrace it. We all need to just, you know, make the best of it every day. Like I said, 0.00000.0.1% better daily. If you can do that, then you're elevated, constant. We'll never, you only strive for perfection. We'll never, you know, we'll never be perfect. None of us will. You could strive for it. You could be pretty close to it. You know what I mean? But I don't think anyone's ever been perfect in their life. I don't think anyone has. I don't think anyone's been perfect. I don't even care about that fan no more. That fan works good. It sucks out the smoke from this temporary studio I've been using for the past year plus, or whatever it's been, year and a half, or almost 2 years, whatever, close to 2 years. This is all temporary. My next, where I move, you know, that's going to be up to my wife because, you know, happy wife, happy life. I love my wife, so she doesn't want to go where there's snow, where we grew up all our life. You know, we have blizzards here. We have, you know, it gets hot. You know what I mean? During the summer, really hot, really humid. And during the winter, very cold and a lot of snow. You know what I mean? Some years more than other snow. Some years, you know, blizzard 78. Then we had the blizzard in 2015. I mean, the snow here was over on top of this roof. That's how high the snow was in 2015 here. This is a side. It's like built onto the side of the house. It's like it's a sun porch. And that's why I built that thing behind the green screen. That's a wall. Cost me triple the money right in the beginning of the pandemic. The wood was 3 times or double the price it was prior to the pandemic. So I'm glad I built it then waiting a little bit long, because now it's like quadruple the money. So you carpenters out there, you got to explain that to people when you're doing your side jobs and stuff. Listen, wood's more expensive now, so you got to charge more for your freaking services. You know what I mean? For your for your trade. Okay, let's get into these fights and go over this card right now, because last week's card was damn freaking good. I thought it was good. So Simon, like I said, Jack Shaw, what a win for Simon. I mean, I really, I think Simon's going to be a problem in bantamweight for a lot of people. Jack Shaw is definitely no walk in the park. That guy is a friggin' savage. And the total strikes, 46 to 27. Significant strikes, 25 to 19. Head 13, 15. 13 for Simon. 15 for Shaw. What the hell? For Shaw. And then the body, 2 from Simon, 4 from Shaw. And legs, here's the big one, 10 leg strikes to 0. 0 for Shaw. I don't know. Shaw was thinking, always go to the body, always, kick those legs, kick those calves, kick the quads. You know what I mean? Go to the body. Shuts down, opens up head shots, chin shots, opens up everything. Body, legs for mixed martial artists. Always hit them every chance you get. I think Gaethje and there's others. There's others from Brazil that have that friggin' kick. That leg kick is just friggin' brutal. Damn. I mean, it hits you friggin' all those nerve endings at the top of your calves. If you cannot stand on your legs, you cannot put pressure on those punches. You can't. Like I say, it comes from the balls of your feet. That's where all your punching power comes from, the balls of your feet and the torque in your midsection, in your core. And it's all from the twist. It's all from the torque in your it hurts. It hurts me when I throw punches, but I just ignore the pain. I ignore the pain because my back, when I fell on my head in 2003, my whole spine crunched together. So all my discs go in different directions from the bottom all the way up to the top of my neck. You know what I mean? So I got disc disease, everything that you guys, about stenosis, all that shit. Every single one of them I have. I train hard every single friggin' day, 5-6 days a week. I take 1 day off a week, Savage Sundays, you know what I mean? Like after this, I'll go to the gym, you know what I mean? And then the next day outside, you know what I mean? During the nice weather, it's always outside. And I mix in the gym too. This year, I'm like, friggin', I got to mix in the gym. Just, I feel like I want to fight. Like, honestly, I really do want to fight without getting in trouble, you know what I mean? So in an octagon or in the ring, I just feel like this shit doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't fuck with my cardio at all. When I go to the gym, I run right away uphill as high as it goes. I run, then I go do a full body workout, then I run again on the treadmill again. It's just better on my knees, you know what I mean? My knees haven't given me no problems in my life. And now watch, I'll probably jinx myself, but they haven't given me no problems in my life. Simon, I think, is going to be a problem. Jack Shaw, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You are a savage. None of you people that lost have anything to be ashamed of. None of you. just go back to the gym today, tomorrow, whatever, after you heal up, and get back in there and get back to the grind, because, people lose fights. You know what I mean? Usually it's supposed to make you better. It's supposed to make you better. You got to have that mindset that you'll never lose. You can never have a doubt in your mind that you're going to lose. Nervous energy, that's a natural thing. But what they say about, you got to learn how to control that shit. You can't go in there nervous. You can never be nervous. Now, it's a normal thing to have butterflies and all that stuff, but control it. If you did the training, you put the time in, you have every chance to win that fight. And it should be stapled in your mind that you're not going to lose no matter what. That's kind of like the Oliveira thing, right? Kind of like the Khabib thing, right? Kind of like the John Jones thing, right? Kind of like the Tony Ferguson thing, right? He'd be like, this is my round, this is my octagon, right? That's a true savage. You know what I mean? It's a mindset. It's all mental, people. 90% is mental, but you have to be in shape. You have to put the work in. You have to put the hard work in, the roll work, the body weight exercises. Everyone's going in there like trying to look like bodybuilders as mixed martial artists. It don't work. Muscles do not win fights, people. It takes more oxygen from you. You want to build lean muscle. So when you stop training, God forbid, if you get injured, you stop training, you're not losing any size or anything. And not only that, you have to train for 1 to 2 to 3 months to see what your natural weight class is. I don't know if I went down to 185. Yeah, I'd be a lot faster. I don't know if my power would translate to 185. I've never got to 185 since 16 or 17. I've never been under 220. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go to. I'll go to what's his name's Kenny Florian's gym in Brookline. I guess he has a gym there in Brookline. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym there. We got the other guy there in Bridgewater that was supposed to fight Cowboy, the fight that got stopped 2 times. He's over there in Bridgewater. That's a little farther than Brookline. Brookline's like right next to me here. I think that's the only thing I would have to work on is BJJ, because I've never worked on jiu-jitsu at all. But I definitely could strangle someone out and choke someone out easy. I could definitely grapple. I could definitely wrestle. But my hands and my feet, that's where I feel most comfortable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would love to get in the octagon and, amateur, whatever, and just make a statement. You know what I mean? And fight for a year or two and show people a 51-year-old guy that's legally disabled can go in there and annihilate a younger guy like that. People respect your elders out there. I'm trying to tell people. Soriano, what a fucking, this kid's got I don't want to get this guy's name wrong. Dalcha Langabula. I mean, really big, strong guy. You see what I mean about muscles, right? After a round and a half or whatever, right? They start to get tired. You don't want to be too big. You want to be lean and mean. Lean and mean always wins. I'm telling you right now, lean and mean. Speed, endurance, power, all 3. All 4. I mean, you know what I mean? Let's face it, cardio is very important. It's not about bodybuilding and fighting people. Yeah, everyone wants to look good, all that. You're going to look good anyways because you're training. You're training to fight. You're always going to look good. You're always going to be fit. You're always going to be in shape. I would much rather fight bigger muscle heads than fight a guy my size, lean and mean. I would rather fight the bigger guy, the biggest guy I can fight. It's not going to be too. I don't know. I just think fighters are thinking, it's all about looking good and filters and all this shit on IG and all this other stuff, right? trying to look as good as you can. Of course, everyone wants to look good, right? Put in that work every day. You'll feel good. You'll look good. And who cares even if you look good, right? It's how you feel. That's what it's all about. And some of these fighters, I seen it in the body language, in the stare downs and the weigh-ins. I seen it. Soriano, what a great fight from Soriano. Lungabula, I think you need to work on your cardio, brother. And, you're definitely a dangerous fighter. You have nothing to be ashamed of either. You know what I mean? Soriano is an agile. If you take a look at both of them in their pictures, right, you can see the lean and mean versus the muscle, all right? That's a perfect example right there. And that ended in round 2, KO. You know what I mean? Miesha Tate has nothing to be ashamed of. She's been in this game for a long time. She's more of a grappler. And she went down in weight. She went down a weight to flyweight. I think that's a bad move. Lauren Murphy, what can you say? She fought the champ. She lost to the champ. And that's what I was saying. I was saying, how can she be, how can people think she don't have a chance in this fight? Everyone was saying Miesha Tate. Total strikes, it was pretty close, believe it or not. 128. Attempted strikes, 128. 211 for Murphy, 201 for Tate. Pretty even, you know what I mean? 128 landed for Murphy, 121 for Tate. Significant strikes, 102 for Murphy, 85 for Tate. 77 to the head, 61 to the head. 77 to the head for Murphy, 61 to the head for Tate. Body, 24 for Murphy, 18 for Tate. Legs, 6 for Tate, 1 for Murphy. Control time, 2 minutes and 5 seconds for Tate, 1 minute and 18 seconds for Murphy. But Murphy had 2 takedowns. And I think that was the fight right there. I think that's what it all came down to. And not only that, Murphy, Tate didn't look like she was. I think she needs a couple more fights at that weight class. If that's where she wants to be. You know what I mean? I really believe she needs to. I don't know. Maybe go up 5 pounds in weight or 10 pounds in weight, or go down. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. But Miesha Tate definitely is a tough woman. She's definitely a legend in this game, and she deserves our respect, people. She really does. But Lauren Murphy, salute. You're a tough woman. You're definitely a tough woman. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep training hard, and maybe you might get that belt that you're looking for. Now, this should have been the co-main event, people, in my opinion. Shane Burgos versus Jourdain, the Canadian Jourdain, who's a fucking animal, who has nothing to be ashamed of. This fight could have went either way with the judges. It could have went either way. A lot of people were saying, they thought Jourdain won, and I can't argue with them either, because with those neck cranks, people don't understand. They hurt. They friggin' hurt. In the control time, what was the control time? 6 minutes and 25 seconds. If you got someone in a triangle for 6 minutes, 25 seconds, and they can't get out of it, well, you're controlling them. They can't get up. So, I mean, that's damage. You might not see it in strikes or whatever, but that's damage. The friggin' pelvis hitting the friggin' liver hitting the fucking pancreas, or whatever the case may be. Whatever's going on down there. I mean, it's all organs inside. You're all getting twisted around, whatever. It does hurt inside. So when you get up, you're not even nearly the same. So that's the thing with wrestlers and strikers. You know what I mean? You got to be able to get up. and keep throwing your hands like you did before you got taken down, and before you had a 200-pound guy or a 150-pound guy on your back or whatever, like featherweight, 134, 135 pounds or 145 pounds, whatever it is. Burgos, Jordan, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Your career is freaking good. Keep freaking fighting, kid. You're a savage. Canadians, I know, can fight. I've been a hockey fan, played street hockey my whole life. You know what I mean? I know they fight. I know they can fight. Bruins, Canadians games off the hook. Always fights, especially in the playoffs. Oh, my God. Talk about fights. That's the hardest team trophy to win in sports, in my opinion, is the Stanley Cup, people, because they kill each other every single night. It's not once a week like football. It is every single night. Fights, injuries, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? They're all hard. Team sports are hard. That's why fighting, it's still a team sport. It's just you versus the other opponent. But you have a team of trainers. I highly recommend you get some good trainers. You know what I mean? And don't just think your striking is going to win you fights. Because when you fight all around good fighters, that's why they call it mixed martial arts. Excuse me. I think Burgos did enough to win. But it could have went either way there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that fight could have went either way. 29-28, 29-28, 28-28. I mean, it was close. It was close. I had Shane Burgos in that fight on Savage Inc. Now, this next fight, Schnell. What a fucking fight this was. Whoa. Schnell, I mean, the ref was about to stop the fight a bunch of times. And Schnell just used defense and came up with a fucking triangle choke. Round 2, 4 minutes, 24 seconds of round 2. Unbelievable fight. Like, who would have seen that coming? Just like Yeri versus Glover Teixeira. Who would have seen that fucking submission coming at the end? No one. No one would have seen that coming. Schnell, hats off to you. And I mess up these guys' names from China and Eastern Europe and some Brazilian fighters and some Russian fighters. I mess up their names. I think everyone does. But the more and more I do this, there's just so much talent. You got to learn all these people's names. It's no excuse. I should know the name. But the one named man, he has one name. It's Sumadari, flyweight. You're a tough kid. You're a tough kid, dude. You're a tough kid. Stick with this, all right? Because I just think Chinese fighters just have a problem. I said this to Asian friends of mine. I think they just have a problem with their wrestling. That's it. Everywhere else, they're freaking good. They're very, very, very good. You know what I mean? Just work on your wrestling out there in China, and you'll be all right. Like, you guys come in to fight, and there's always a fight. You guys always fight hard. I enjoy watching you guys. Honestly, I really do. But wrestling is where your kryptonite is. You know what I mean? Work on your wrestling, your takedown defense. Work on your wrestling. Grapple. Go wrestle. Go find somewhere to wrestle there in China. I'm sure you have wrestling. Or if you have to go, to another continent or another country to even from, 3 months out of the year, get well-rounded. Because you guys are great fighters. The only thing you guys are lacking is wrestling. That's it. Everywhere else, you guys are freaking pretty legit. So, Schnell, salute Matt Schnell. Great fight, brother. Like, wow. That elbow he hit you with, was off the charts. Was off the charts. That was an off-the-charts fight. And Matt Schnell, salute to you because you dug deep. Obviously, your body took over. And obviously you were in great shape because you were able to take that elbow and you stayed on your feet. I think if you took that elbow and went to the ground, I think they probably would have stopped it. Because you stayed standing up, running will help you with that, right? I think that kept you in the fight and gave you that chance to win, to pull out that triangle choke. In round 2, 424, round 2. What a fucking fight, people. Wow. I mean, there were some great fights on this card, people. Like, just so good. Like, I can't even, it's just too hard to even, like, say how good that card was, because that card was actually that good. It really was. Like, I was just very impressed. Very, very, very impressed with this fight card. And then we had Jing Liang, the Leech, who I took Selikov because I thought on the inside and the Leech coming off that loss to Chimaev. I didn't think his confidence would be there, but I was totally wrong on that one. The Leech is for real. He's definitely for real. I always knew he was for real anyways. I just thought his confidence might have, leaned a little bit. Selikov, his power is strong. If he was in closer in dirty boxing and whatever, you know what I mean? Staying in closer and biting down the mouthpiece, and I think he could have won that fight. You know what I mean? But the Leech, like I said, after a loss, some people come back stronger. You know what I mean? They come back stronger. They go work on their weaknesses. They figured out where they went wrong. And fighting is a deadly chess match. It's a deadly chess match. Do not fight and play checkers. Do not try to look spectacular. Keep your range, keep your distance, use your jab, use your push kick, your front kick. Hit those legs, hit that body, and eventually those chin-checking punches and those temple punches and those breaking fucking nose and, cheekbones and eye sockets, those are all going to open up for you. Hit the legs, hit the body, and that's fighting 101, people. It really is. Lemos versus Waterson Gomez. Pretty good fight for a little bit. Round 2, 148, guillotine choke. The ref didn't even see this one. It should have been a TKO victory, actually, because, the ref didn't see it. I think she verbally tapped, or Lemos knows she tapped, so she let go. And she didn't deny it. She said, yeah, I tapped. So it should legitimately be a TKO win, right? So it shouldn't have been a submission. It should have been a TKO because the ref, didn't hear the verbal tap, which I would imagine would be pretty hot in New York. New York, Boston, Philly, New Jersey. It's like, places in the northeast coast to the East Coast, right? The loudest crowds you'll ever hear. The most aggressive crowds, the most savage crowds on the East Coast, in my opinion. We're cut from a different cloth here. I say to people all the time, the Northeast beast, Philly, all the way up here to Boston and cities, all in Massachusetts, even up in New Hampshire and Maine. There's little cities before you get into the beautiful mountains and stuff. But here in the 617 area code, I believe the most savages come from. Rocky Marciano, Hagler, right? Hagler was born in Jersey. He was raised here. You know what I mean? So this is where he became champ. Shout out, rest in peace, Marvin Hagler, and to his family and friends. Huge fan, Marvin Hagler. Thank you very much for all the entertainment and inspiration you gave me as a 9-10-year-old kid and as an adult. And obviously Rocky Marciano, right? Undefeated, 49-0. Never lost. Shortest reach in heavyweight history, still undefeated. And he fought savages back then, people. Savages. There wasn't no standing 8 counts, none of that shit. Go back in the crates and watch those fights, people, before you ever judge boxing. Because you people that hate on boxing, that love MMA, well, I love boxing and I love MMA. Why can't you love both? You got to give these guys respect. Go fight 15 round, 3-minute rounds. Go fight friggin' 100 friggin' rounds. Go fight 1 3-minute round boxing with a guy that's half your size or a woman that's half your size. And go see how hard boxing is. You really, you get humbled really quick. I guarantee it. But good fight. Lemos, she looked really like that weight cut hurt her a lot, but damn, does she look like an intimidating woman, like a woman that is on a mission. You know what I mean? Good job, Lemos. And Watterson Gomez, I mean, 18-10. Lemos is 12-2. Only you know how you feel, right? If you have a dream, you know, just keep going with it. Lemos, I don't see too many people beating Lemos. She is really, really good. Strawweight, damn, man, she's freaking tough, man. Really, really tough. Great fight for the co-main event, right? Like I said, should have been Jourdain and Burgos. There's some other ones that could have been there too. I don't know. I don't make these fights, but I'm really happy Dana White and the other Fertitas or whoever, all these other guys that make these fights. I know the guys' names. I'm having a brain fart. It don't matter. They all do a great job. You know what I mean? The main event, Ortega, I think that was more of a submission win too. He had a bad shoulder. He's had bad shoulder injuries. Ortega versus Volkanovski is one of the best fights I ever seen in the UFC. Whoever doesn't think so really should go back in the crates, like I said. Go back in the crates and watch, like, you know, some of the most epic fights. This fight was nothing like that. They're friends, but that's what happens. When you train with somebody, eventually, if you're both in the same promotion, you're probably going to fight each other. You know what I mean? Now, Rodriguez is a tough kid. And skilled. Ortega, we all know he's skilled. That fight with Volkanovski, Ortega, those type of wars will take part of your soul. You know what I mean? Now, I took Ortega because I thought he was that tough, you know, mentally, and he is that tough mentally. You know what I mean? I think Ortega needs to get his shoulder better, and they need to run that back. You know what I mean? I think Keita gets a lot of disrespect, people. I think Keita won that fight, the last fight. What's his name? Who's getting the next chance here? Maybe it's probably be an interim title shot or something. Keita's last opponent. Another tough kid. You know what I mean? He had a great fight too. Ortega and Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez is just, I think it's just his time right now. You know, I just really, everything is timing. You know, everything in life is timing, people. It's all timing. You stick with something and you do it well, and you keep learning, and you have humility, and you can shit on yourself and say, I fucking sucked. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know, this is just, this is the first episode of this. This is going to be a Tuesday through Saturday thing, 5 days a week, every morning. I just want to start today to, you know, because I got to create the logo and everything. I was spreading myself thin. I love talking fights. I watch them every week. I haven't missed fights in at least 2.5 years. You know what I mean? I think I missed one card last year because I was in Virginia Beach with my son's last AAU tournament. My son is doing so good. He's so good at basketball. It's almost scary how good he is. Like, so that brings me back to last summer. Virginia Beach was beautiful. Virginia might be a place I might be looking at, you know, next year. I'm definitely moving out But all my business interests are still going to be in the 617 area code because this is where I grew up. And we have leverage, we have leads and listings and all that stuff. This is where I grew up. Crazy weekend, but a great weekend at the same time. Rodriguez, should have got the submission on that. It should have been a TKO. It should have been a submission one. That's another one. See, this judging should not be done like on boxing. It shouldn't be boxing rules. Boxing rules are a totally different thing than mixed martial arts. It's totally different. Striking, all that, it's all different because they're throwing one punches. They're not throwing 3s, 4s, 6s, and 8s. They're throwing one at a time. Some mixed martial arts know how to throw 4s, 6s, and 8s and always throw something beyond the jab, always jabbing, always moving laterally, left, right, circling, you know what I mean? Backpedaling, so to speak, right? But striking, that's what it's all about, keeping your range. If you keep someone at range with front kicks and leg kicks and jabs, I mean, you just piece them up from the outside and move out. People give Izzy a lot of problems, right? Because, people say it's boring. Actually, it's not boring. I'm watching Izzy just pick people apart. And it's actually very elite fighting. It's on the other fighters. It takes two to tango in anything in life, right? It's like teamwork makes the dream work, right? Same idea. But all these guys that are fighting Izzy, it's on them to go in there and knock that guy out. And they're not doing it. That's how good Izzy is, right? But there's a guy named Alex Pereira that doesn't train too far from here, an hour away, Connecticut, an hour away. Not even sometimes. There's no bad traffic. I wish I could get over there to train with those two guys. I will. By August, I will go down there and train with those guys. I will go down there and spar with them and talk with them and have them on here. I'm going to try to have Font and Cater on here. I'm going to try to, actually, I'm just going to go to the gyms. I'm going to talk to them myself. You know what I mean? Because I'll spar with any one of those guys anytime. I would love to spar with those guys. And humbly, you know what I mean? With honor. Because I respect these guys. They fight hard. They're tough kids. I'm always going to love my guys from this area. You know what I mean? No matter where I move to, I'm always going to love Quincy and Boston. I'm always going to love all the cities here and all the towns and New England itself. It's a beautiful place to be raised. It's a beautiful place to raise your kids. Very expensive. Very expensive. So, Ortega, get well, warrior. You're a warrior. Everyone knows it. No one can ever say you're not a warrior, dude. Whoever says that needs a slap in the mouth. They obviously don't know fighting. Rodriguez, you're a very talented, sky's the limit for you too, kiddo. Ortega, get well. Hopefully you guys can run this fight back, and hopefully we get a 3, 4, 5 round fight just for the ages, you know what I mean? But until then, good luck to, getting better. Shoulder injuries suck. I've had one for the past 39 months, 2 months, a month or 2 months into training, back to training. I heard it, but I just kept training. It doesn't hurt as much as it used to, but it still hurts. You know what I mean? So I would highly recommend you get that fixed, Brian Ortega. And just come back stronger. You know what I mean? Rodriguez, good luck on an interim title fight or a championship title fight. You know what I mean? Whoever you're going to fight next, I don't know. I'm not the matchmaker. I have the card here, people. Here's the card for this week coming up. We have the card here. Here we go. See, these are little things I'm working on, people. Just give me some time. I know how to do it, but so shift 5, right? That's what it says there, right? Shift 5. But it doesn't. So, and this is a new computer, so I don't get it. But check this out. This is what we're looking at this week, people. This is what we're looking at this week. This is the card. Curtis Blades versus Aspinall. I like Aspinall. That's my opinion. That could change during the week. You know what I mean? Jack Hermanson versus Chris Curtis. I always like watching Chris Curtis fight. And Hermanson is, he's a veteran. He's a class act. The guy's a nice guy. Very good jiu-jitsu practitioner. You know what I mean? Paddy Pimblett, what a character that guy is. You know what I mean? He looks like he's fucking a heavyweight like me, for Christ's sakes. And he gets down to that friggin', lightweight, 155. I don't know how these fighters do it. I have no idea. I intermediate fast every day. I eat twice a day, and I can't get under like 220. You don't need 218. There's no way. Or maybe there is a way. Maybe I just gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? I'll talk to someone. Maybe I could get down to 185 or 155, and maybe I can fight Volk and these guys. You know what I mean? Because I really don't want to fight John Jones with that reach he has, and I don't want to fight Yeri. Glover, I would fight, but I respect him so much and like him so much. And I like Yeri too. I don't know. I think I would be better off at 185. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. I'm very powerful for a heavyweight. I don't know. I'm very fast for a heavyweight, so maybe I'd be better in that. I'm like this guy, Aspinall. Like I throw hands just as fast as this guy, if not faster, and I hit probably harder than him. We'll see what happens. I think this guy is a problem. Aspinall is a problem. John Jones is obviously a problem, and that fight is going to happen this year. A little bird told me. We'll see what happens. I heard it might be Francis. People. I heard Francis might be ready to fight sooner than he thought. Paddy Pimblett versus Jordan Levitt. Levett's going to give him a fight. Levitt, Jordan is a legit. This ain't going to be no walk in the park for Paddy. So get ready, Paddy. Now you're going to fight a guy that knows what he's doing real quick. You're going to have a harder time with him. But if you're the real deal, you'll show it in this one right here, brother. And I am nothing but respect for you. I hope all your dreams come true, Paddy. You're a nice kid, you know. And Jordan Levitt is a class act, and he's a savage. And I like Levitt in that one. Nikita Krylov versus Alexander Gustafsson. Wow, Gustafsson is back. Alexander's a tough dude, man. And he kind of fell off after John Jones, but he gave John Jones a hell of a fight. That guy should be worshipped where he's from, man, because that guy's a tough kid, tough dude. He's a Golden Glove champ too, I'm pretty sure. Where's he from? Gustafsson, Germany or Poland or Sweden or one of those great countries over there. I love all those countries over there in Europe. Molly McCann, another England person versus Hannah Goldie. That should be a tough fight, right? Good fight, right? Paul Craig versus Volkan Ozdemir. I like Paul Craig. I don't care what anyone says. Paul Craig is a problem in the light heavyweights. Like, you go down to the ground with that guy, you better be ready because he's going to choke you out or he's going to do something. That guy just never ceases to amaze me. Always so quiet, calm, cool, calm, collective. Savage Paul Craig is. And Ozdemir obviously ain't no joke either. That guy ain't no walk in the park either. They're both very, very, very big, strong, tough guys. They're very skilled. Ludovic Klein versus Mason Jones. That was a fight I was looking on this card. I like this fight right here. This could be a banger right here. I think we will see. That division is just so stacked. I mean, I think all these divisions are stacked. I don't think there's one weak division. You know what I mean? They're all stacked. Plus, we got the Contender Series. We got more talent coming. We got more talent already being signed. That's why you got to keep up with this stuff, people. Like every Saturday, we got elite mixed martial arts. And once in a while, we'll have 3 weeks out of the month. But then we got Bellator. You know, that's one step down. But there's elite mixed martial arts there, too, people. I mean, come on. We got so many promotions. Eagle, Khabib's, you know, we got bare knuckle fighting. We got it all now, people. This is the best time. Even though I'm old school, I love the old school, and I'll never forget the old school, and I will always lead from the old school because that's where it all started, people. I will celebrate these new fighters. I'll always celebrate them. And I'll always respect them because I fought in the streets, I fought in the ring. I know what it takes to fight. I'm not one of these media clowns that they ask stupid questions to these fighters. I'm sorry. There's no cure for stupid. There's no cure for common sense. I'm not politically correct, but I'm not trying to be like you people. I'm just being myself. This is how I've always been. And I had a head injury too, so they say you even get crazier or wilder or more erratic after a head injury. So yeah, I was always flamboyant before my head injury in 2003. Mark Dikisi versus Damir Hadznovic. I'm sorry if I'm hacking your names, mixed martial artists. I'm sorry. Lightweight, I know lightweight, 155. Man, this should be a fight too, a really good fight. These are on the prelims, right? Paul Craig was the last main card fight, guys. There's 6 on the main card, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the prelims. So we got a pretty stacked card, 14 fights, 14 savage fights. We got Nathaniel Wood versus Charles Rosa, another great fight at featherweight, 145. Makwan Americani versus Jonathan Pierce, another great fight at featherweight. Muhammad Mokaev versus Charles Johnson. I love that fight. Salute to both you guys. Salute to all you guys and women on this card. What a great card. We got Jai Herbert versus Kyle Nelson. Another good fight at lightweight 150. Boy, is that freaking division staff U155 is, boy. Wow. Then we got Mandy Bohm versus, I think that's German, I'm pretty sure. Mandy Bohm versus Victoria Leonardo at 125 flyweight. And we got Nicholas Dalby versus Claudio Silva, welterweight. That's going to be a great fight. This is a card, London, people. This is a London card. And let me see when this starts here on the East Coast, people. I know people that in Europe are really happy about this card. I'm happy for you. Down there in Australia, New Zealand, all over the world. I see Americans bitching about this. I'm like, stop fucking bitching. We get it at good times, fucking 2/3 of the year. Let's give a little back. So this card starts here at 2 in the afternoon, 2 p.m. start. 11 a.m. start with the prelims. The main card starts at 2 p.m. So another 11 a.m. start, like this last week, Saturday, London, England, people, the O2 Arena, July 23rd, 2022. And with that, we got card after card after card after card. It's just going to be off the charts, people, off the charts. And I'm going to have a bunch of guests on all the time here. They're going to jump in and out. I got all different types of people coming on here, people. So you never have to worry. If you want to come on, you know how to reach me at my email address. Obviously, I'm new to tech. So I'm new to I'm definitely new to tech. But I've been learning a lot in the past 2 years. I'm putting it right here for anybody. So this is for training, or if you want to come on the show, you think you got something you could add to the bloody Bean617 MMA Boxing Talk Hub. You're more than welcome to come on. If you're if you want to talk fighting, this is what I love to do. Every Friday, me and my co-host, Savage Inc. Picks. It's right on this channel here, too. I was spreading myself that I was trying to do way too much stuff. You know what? I've been fighting my whole life. I've been watching UFC since it began. I've been watching boxing since I was 8, 9, 10 years old. And I actually boxed amateur and in prison. I boxed. I knocked out the biggest white guy, TKO'd him second round. I just been fighting street fights, over 200, probably 300 street fights. See, in the 80s and 90s, we had 15 fights a day sometimes. Sometimes we have 15 fights a week or 100 fights in a week. Not 100, but definitely a lot. A lot. And I'm not even exaggerating, people. It's just the way it was in the 80s and 90s. You people, you young kids out there that are in your 20s and 30s, well, if you're in your 30s, you probably were kids in the 90s, right? Well, I was 21 in 92. You know what I mean? That's when I got my first state prison bed. I went in my first state prison bed when I was 19. So if I could change my life and turn my life around, you people can out there too. You know what I mean? And I just want to let you know, it's never over out there, people. You know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I mean? Listen, be blessed. Every day is a blessing. Every day you wake up and your feet at the floor, it's a blessing out there. It's a blessing to be alive every day. I don't like to complain about anything, people. You'll never see me complain about much. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just a very flamboyant, don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. I really fucking don't. I'm not one of these people that's trying to be politically correct or any of that shit. None of that shit. It's just real, raw fight talk. I had to go over this past weekend's card. I had to go over this weekend's card. We'll get more into this weekend's card, and I'm going to break down some of the fights too. Like, I'm going to have little pieces, 30-second, minute pieces of the fights, and so I can show you where the fights, how they turn, where the fights turn. And only in epic fights, people. There's only epic fights I'll do this with. And I'll show you how much I know about fighting. All right? How footwork works, how keeping a distant range, when you're in close, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? What you should be doing is keeping range. Range is so important in fighting, people. Mixed martial arts, you have enough room. You have enough room. I think there shouldn't even be a cage. I think it should be kind of like a pit, but, you know, with a berm going around it. So, you know, people could just fucking, no one's up against a cage no more. You know what I mean? But an octagon, keep it an octagon, like a basketball like a basketball, the size of a basketball court, but the same width as the same length. So they can use all that space. You know what I mean? And no one gets fucking put up against a cage. You know what I mean? Oh, look at my boy, JJJ. Thank you, brother. Thanks for checking in, my friend. Absolutely, brother. See, you're still at the bottom of the bloody bean, brother. You're the only one that made it because, you know, people don't appreciate. See, you reciprocate, Jay. Other people don't. Like, you know, the other two people I had down there, I love those guys. It's not that I don't love them. I care about them. They're good friends of mine. I like them. But I don't see them promoting what I'm doing. So why am I going to promote what they do? You know what I mean? Thank you, Jay. Thanks checking in at work. I like the idea of you talking fights during the week. I only did it today because it's the start of it. You know me, Jay. I've been learning tech. I'm going to break down fights. I broke down this last weekend's, this past card that you commentate on Saturdays. Went through that whole card really quick. Did this week's card coming up, another 11 a.m. card for us on the East Coast, the Northeast Coast, like UJ and DC. What I'm trying to do is like morning combat. Anik and what's his name from right here, local Kenny Florian. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I actually have a pro mixed martial artist that wants to do this with me. So Travis Demko, he'll be jumping in and out during the weeks. Jay, you're always welcome. You know that. People are welcome out there on here. Get at me at my email. But I'm gonna have a lot of surprises for you people. This is day one. I spread myself thin out there, people. I was doing way too much fucking shit. Trying to do way too much shit. Fights. I've been fighting my whole fucking life. I know what I'm fucking talking about. I don't like to commentate fights. I leave that to my boy right there from Rush Hour MMA. I've been watching fights with him for 2.5 years now, plus. I've been a ranked member for going on 14 months. I'm a 5-star general. I should have 5 stars there, but it's only 2 things. But that's YouTube. That's not Jay, and that's not Ken. Those are my buddies right there. I love those 2 guys right there. They're like my buddies. Kiwi, Deacon, even Dougie. There's so many, right, Claude? There's so many people in there that we have a great community over there. People go over there to Rush Hour MMA, subscribe and like. Jay and Ken always have a spot on this show. Kiwi, Deacon, even Big Dougie from BC. I like Dougie. Me and Dougie have talked many times on the down low, and he's apologized, and I apologize back to him. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Jay, as my witness, I say this I don't even like chatting in the chat. I don't like texts. That's not communication to me. I believe a man should look a man in the eye when they talk. You know what I mean? That's just me. And a lot of other fucking people would agree with me. A telephone call at least. Fucking texting? Listen, texting, when you text somebody and they say, oh, you sound like you're in a pissed off mood. How do I sound like I'm in a pissed off mood on a text? See, that's why texts, hey, they're great. Don't get me wrong. They're good. Well, I have 2 kids, right? Daughter be 28 in October. My son last year in high school coming up, right? After this vacation. He wants to go to Duke. I'm going to be moving out of Boston and Quincy, but I will still do my business here. 617. This is where I'm buying up a lot of multifamily, houses to give people nice apartments and places to live. And I'm building a huge dream team right now of a savage team. 3 or 4 or 5, 10 tops. I don't want more than that. We all split profits. We own, my goal right now is next year, this time, I'll own 25 duplexes, triple deckers, 4 families, 6 families, 8 families, and 12 families. So you're collecting all those rents every month. One of those rents pays the fucking mortgage for each freaking place, right? So all that profit. So anyone that's down, wants to make money, real estate right here. All right. I got a lot of friends that are in real estate. I should have got into it a long fucking time ago, but real estate is the place to go. And obviously, we always watch fights because we like controlled violence. And we're savages. We love controlled violence. We love elite fucking fighting. We love it. And this is the Bloody Bean people. This is the 617 area code, Southwest Quincy, Boston, Massachusetts. People call it, people don't call it Massachusetts. They call it Massachusetts or something like that. It's Massachusetts, people. I know we don't pronounce our R's here, people. I'm sorry. It's just the way our accent is. You know what I mean? But this is Northeast Beast, people. This is where the savages come from. When all our ancestors came to America, they came to Ellis Island in New York, and they came to Boston fucking Harbor in Quincy Bay. All right? So this is where the history is in America. This is where it all fucking started. And this is where the Europeans took fucking America away from fucking the Indians and the Mexicans in Mexico. Let's face it. That's what happened, right? We're on some fucking borrowed land. We're on some stolen land. You know what I mean? But I love fucking America. I love America. And I love everything it stands for. I love the camaraderie we have in America. What's so good about America is every culture lives here. I don't consider it a melting pot. I'm not at war with the melting pot. I ain't. I want to bring people together. And I think the internet, we didn't have this shit in the 80s and 90s, in the 70s when I was a kid growing up, in the 80s when I was a fucking teenager growing up. I didn't have this shit. If we had this shit in the fucking 80s and 90s, you'd see knockout rails like you wouldn't believe. Like in street fights and bar fights and private club fights and fucking fights all over the fucking place. So I'm trying to tell people like, oh, I had 15 street fights. Oh, how can you have 200, 300? Believe me, in the 80s and 90s, we had 15 fights a fucking day. There was a fight every day, every night. There used to be fucking 100 fights in a day sometimes, in a week. No exaggeration. Where I was from, it's only fucking 10 blocks away, 10 blocks away from the fucking hood. I kept my kids outside away from all that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of that. because I'm not a deadbeat father. I took care of my kids. I raised my kids the right way. They're both great fucking kids. I got a great wife, 30 years, who's a great mother to our kids. I give her all the fucking credit. Obviously, the man works and takes care of the family, right? That's what the man does. I think the worst thing I ever did was sign that fucking disability fucking signature with my fucking my primary care physician and the head of neurology of Boston. They said I wouldn't be walking 10 years ago. 10 years from now, that's what they said. I run every fucking day. I'm gonna go to the gym right now, run, then do a full body workout and run again. You know what? Yeah, I'm in pain every fucking day, but I don't usually excuse people. Go out there, train hard today, pour sweat, and it'll make you feel better. Who cares? You know, you're always gonna look better when you train, but it's how you feel. It's all a mental thing, people. And you think this is easy, doing all this shit? No, it isn't. But I'd rather do this than fucking work for some cowards that are running fucking unions that shouldn't even be fucking running them because they're the biggest cowards on the fucking planet. They're lucky I'm not the old Bobby Bang Bang Nail. They're very fucking lucky, and they fucking know it. But one of them I was face to face with, and he cowered it out. He knows it. And any fucking time, dude, you know who the fuck you are. You fucked me. You fucking the most dangerous motherfucker that you should ever fucking fuck. You fucked him. You fucked me. And you fucked the guy that signed paperwork for you to say, yeah, he can run. He wasn't fucking endorsing you. He just said, for your father, God bless your father's soul, who I respect. That's the only reason I don't fucking never hurt you. But I did fucking offer you out face to face. And you do, I'm 50 years old. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight no more. I'm 50 years old. I don't want to fight. I was 49. But the only fight you ever had, kid, was when you were in 7th grade and I was in 6th. You fought the biggest kid in 6th grade, Brian Howlett. And I think he beat you. I never seen you fight in my fucking life, dude. I mean, you know how many wins I have. I got a lot of fucking wins. I've never been beaten up as an adult. Never been beaten. So when I say this shit, it's fucking forever, right here. It never goes nowhere, right? That's how confident I am in myself, motherfuckers. So you people out there, you think you know about fighting and shit, then fucking send location or meet at a fucking location. Because I'm sick of people talking shit. I can't fucking stand it. It drives me fucking nuts because they would never talk that shit to your face. They would never talk that shit to your face. You got to be real. There is no fake it till you make it. Not where I'm from. Not where I'm from, people. And listen, I'm going to end this. I think I need a new 9-volt battery for my interface, my audio interface. But you know what? Not a bad episode. We went through this past weekend's card. I'll have guests every week. People will be joining in. Pro mixed martial artists. I'm going to go to fucking gyms where, what's his name in Brookline as Kenny Florian as a BJJ in Brookline. I'm going to go to Cada in Font's place. Travis Demko wants to do this with me, every morning. He always has an open seat here. Anybody that I'm cool with always has an open seat here. And there's going to be a lot of people in here that you guys all are going to be surprised. I don't do nothing half-assed, people. Anything I do in life, I do it to the full, with the fullness. I never stop. I never stop at what I do. I always get better, and better. So bear with me, people. I'm new to this shit. But this is finally the final channel. This shit is resonating like a motherfucker. This is the final channel. And I was spreading myself too thin. This is on every podcast app, people. And this episode should be out within the hour. It's on YouTube right now. Thank you, YouTube, for all the loyalty. They've been so good to me. Copyright infringements, all that stuff. They haven't messed with me at all. They've been really good. They know I know my music. They know I know my fighting too. I know my fighting. Trust me, people. I love fighting so much. It's in my blood. You know what I mean? It's in my fucking blood. My uncle, my mother told me the same thing. She goes, you're like your father. You get the goodness from me, but you're like your father. I guess my father used to walk down the streets in Pittsburgh and people would walk on the other side. My real father, my blood father. But I wasn't raised in Pittsburgh. I was raised here my whole fucking life since I was a little tiny kid. I don't even remember. That's how young I was. I was still in fucking diapers. So thank God I wasn't raised in Schittsburg. I was raised here in Beantown, in Quincy, Southwest Quincy, right on the line. You cross right over into Dorchester. That's Boston and Quincy. The two cities connected. All right, people. It's a 617 area code. It's the only two cities with the 617 area code, people, in Massachusetts. Thank you for the people who watch today. Thank you for the people who watch in the future, because all my stuff, my hours are way up. They keep going up. I need to get monetized on YouTube. I'm monetized on every other platform. I'm making short money there. It's about money in the long run, people. It really is. But it's something I have a passion to do. So I plan on doing this for 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? This is a temporary studio. I'm still learning green screen. I have a great green screen here. I'm still trying to figure that out. That's the only thing I haven't figured out. Everything else, I'm pretty sure I know how to do pretty well. And if I don't know how to do it, I ask my wife, and she helps me. You know what I mean? So there ain't no excuses, people. You got to use ingenuity. You got to call somebody. There ain't no such thing as a stupid fucking question out there. You know what I mean? If you don't know it, fucking figure it out. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay, brother. Hey, Pulse, too. Oh, look at these savages in there. What's up, Pulse? How you doing, brother? I like the concept. I'll definitely make an appearance soon so we can talk some boxing, since we usually talk MMA. Yeah, actually, Jay, I talked boxing earlier. I gave Garcia his credit. And only elite boxing will talk. I think Garcia's going to have a hard fucking time with Tank Davis. And I think, Crawford and fucking Canelo should be made. There's a lot of epic elite boxing matches that can be made. I'm sick of this one fight a year shit. That's why I went back to fucking UFC and MMA, because we got fights every fucking weekend. Even boxing, we have fights every weekend. But it's not elite. It's like not back in the HBO days. It's not fucking Friday night, the fights, ESPN, where you had fucking serious contenders. It's just not promoted like it used to be, and it should be. And boxing should always be respected, because that's where it all started, people. Dana White was a boxer. He was a boxing fan. He wasn't that good at boxing. He ran from Boston so fucking quick. He should have been a fucking marathon runner or something. But, when I hear him talk like a gangster, it makes me fucking laugh. It's so fucking phony. But I respect him as a businessman. I do. I really fucking do. I respect him as a businessman. And you know what? If I got to talk to him and stuff, I'd probably like him as a fucking human being. Listen, not everyone has to be a tough guy. I just don't like cowards. I don't like cowards. I don't like anyone that's scared. I really don't. I do not, and I never will. But Jay, you're always welcome. Listen, I got people that already want to do this with me, co-standing and stuff like that. But here's my problem. People out there, Pulse, Jay, all the other people that watch this, I have this going on 3 different fucking social medias, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, right? I can't answer everyone's questions because Twitter and Facebook, I can look on my iPad, I can look on my phone, but my phone is I'm using my phone for audio right now through my audio interface. So I'll figure out how to answer your questions, because I don't have no, what's it called on here? No social media on here. I try to stay away from social media. I go on Facebook and wish people happy born days and shit. And that's it, basically. I go on Twitter once a day, promote my stuff and promote Rush Hour MMA stuff. And, and I retweet certain people's tweets. I don't even know who, I know who these people are, but IG, like, it gets complicated, and they shadow ban you a little because they talk like me. If you're real, they shadow ban you. You know what I mean? They don't want people hearing people talk real and shit. You know what I mean? So that's on them. That's not on me. You know what I mean? But I will never try to insult nobody. I'm not here trying to hurt no one's feelings. I definitely ain't. Like, I'm a mature, grown man. And but I'm just young at heart, and I feel young, legally disabled, but I'm gonna go train in a little bit within the next hour or two. I'm gonna go run, do a full body workout, and run after that. And no more fucking. I'm not filming no more of my training. There's fucking 200, 300 fucking clips. I got 500 fucking things of content on this channel. Go check out my hack jobs from fucking when I didn't even understand tech from day one. And you'll see how far I came in tech in the past couple of years. This is what I'm going to keep it at right here. I'm always going to talk fighting Tuesday through Saturdays. I did Monday through Saturday this week because it was the first week. And I'm just getting used to this. I will have plenty of guests, plenty of people coming in and out, whatever. It don't matter. And then eventually you're going to see. You're going to see by next month, sometime in August, you're going to see the hustle in my work ethic. You're going to see the people I have on. You're going to see me spiral with fucking people that you ain't going to fucking believe. And be like, holy shit. Now, I'm not scared to go spar because I've sparred plenty times with pro fighters and Golden Glove champs, right? So now I want to go spar with fucking mixed martial arts where I can actually fight like a street fight. It's almost like a fucking street fight. I can grapple. I got takedown defense. I got great fucking balance. And I hit like a fucking mule kick with both hands. And all my assault batteries with a dangerous weapon when I was young, in my teenage years and early 20s, all dangerous weapons, shot foot. Never, pistol whips and fucking, hockey sticks and fucking bats many times, right? But most, 80, 90% of the time was always hands and feet. That's what I like, you know what I mean? That's how you get your fucking aggression out, right? In all these fights, if it wasn't me winning those fights, I would have got my ass kicked because these fights were started. They started with us all the time. They always tried to fucking come to Bruce Corner, Southwest Quincy, which they call West Quincy, but it's really Southwest Quincy. It's the line. It's the line of two boroughs in this city where 5 generations of fucking sandhog and miners come from. All right, people that don't understand underground construction, well, it's a whole different fucking level, okay? So you have to be a strong savage to do that type of work. Trust me. I ran 7, 8 water tunnels. I had 150 people's lives in my fucking hands every fucking time. So it takes a leader to fucking do that. Not some fucking chump, not some fucking moron, not some fucking doesn't even have common sense. I got kicked out in 8th grade, people. And I ran the biggest fucking government jobs, infrastructure on the East Coast. And probably the whole United States. There's only 2 other states that have tunnels like we have here in Massachusetts. Like we have like 15 of them, water tunnels, okay? That all go out for drinking water for the 617 area code. We have the Quadrant Reservoir that goes all the way to, Quincy and Boston, 617 area code. So the 12, 13, 15 boroughs in Boston, 13 boroughs in Quincy. So that brings us all fresh, clean drinking water, right? 500 feet down underneath the ground in solid granite, millions of gallons of water. We got the outfall tunnel out there on Deer Island. It goes from Deer Island to the Inter Island to Long Island and Quincy to Nut Island and Quincy to Weymouth, okay? I was on all those fucking shafts, okay? I was on the Metro West Water Supply Tunnel shaft, Framingham, Clinton, Mass. I was at those shafts. Weston, Mass. I was on those shafts. Chelsea, Mass. I was the bottom man on that shaft. We had the Chelsea River coming in every time we were fucking sinking the shaft. The Chelsea River was coming in. I had to get everyone out of there and get the fucking machine out of there. Then I'd come out last. Like they didn't give a fuck, but I could swim though, so I wasn't worried about that shit. But yeah, I was on a lot of fucking time. Oh yeah, South Station, Central Artery. That was my first job. So I was a top man helper up there. So I was always rigging and tagging. I was hand mining on that job at Central Artery, the first one, because my business manager, ex-business manager back then said, probably go down there so you can learn what's going on. And then you're going to be my boss up top again right away. He said, do like a couple months of that. He goes, you're big and strong. They can use you down there hand mining. So using 100-pound fucking, fucking rivet busters. You're going through clay. And 48 inches or 38 inches above you are the trains going by every fucking couple minutes, every 3 minutes, whatever the fucking thing is. And sometimes all the clay would fall on you. And you'd have, after you did the clay, after you hand mined, then you'd have to spray fucking shotcrete up there. It would all come falling down on you if you didn't do it right and quick enough. You know what I mean? Because the trains would be coming like right above us. Whoever engineer, we had like 3 different blueprints for fucking when we were drilling in certain areas of that part of Boston. It was crazy. It was like Russian roulette. One time we had to pick out of 3 fucking blueprints And one of our guys, Goth Holiday, he was a driller. He drilled for his father for a drilling company. He drilled through 50,000 volt line of fucking electricity. It went through his foot and out his elbow. He was standing on a wooden, a piece of wood and he was wearing rubber boots. And guess what? They told him to take a week off. He was back at work the next fucking day. Talk about savages. These are the type of savages I work with, people, all right? And so unless you understand underground mining and stuff like that, these ain't coal mines. These are water tunnels and shit, people. These are a whole different story. Do I track calories? Not no more. Because I just eat healthy posts. I'll have like oatmeal with fruit, a little bit of peanut butter. You know, I try to just do a little bit of carbs, a little bit of protein, 2 meals a day, whatever my wife makes for dinner. She's a great cook, you know what I mean, brother? So she's a great cook. So like I don't really have a I probably I'd say like I drink about 5-6 iced coffees a day. I probably about 2,000 calories. I'm 222. Like I don't want to gain weight, but I can teach you how to gain weight. Like if that's what you're trying to do. The best way to do is eat smaller meals. Eat 4 to 6 small meals. That's what I used to do. I used to eat like 6, 12 egg whites a day. I'd drink them or I'd eat them. Definitely take your vitamins, Pulse. You know, vitamins are very important. Vitamin D3, C, right? A lot, 2, 3 C's. Athletic greens are good. That's a superfood. That's a must. I'm actually gonna start getting athletic greens. You're trying to cut weight? I can help you with that. Pulse, get at me on fucking the Discord, brother. We'll talk about that personally. Me and Kiwi talk face to face on there, bro. So don't worry about it, bro. Yeah, I can help you out a lot, dude. I was 325 plus pounds, fucking 4 plus years ago, dude. You know what I mean? I got back down to 220, bro. And that was all just fasting, you know what I mean, and training. You know what I mean? Training hard. You got to train. You have to train. There is no way away from it. You have to train. I take a multivitamin. Oh, yeah, fish oil. I was going to say fish oils are great for you, brother. You're smart, Pulse. I know you're smart, Pulse. Pulse, you're more than welcome to join anytime. But I thought I'd given you this with Savage Inc. You know what I mean? You guys are all welcome to join in all the time because I know you guys love fighting like I do. We watch fights together every fucking weekend for the past 2.5 years plus. I've been watching fights with you guys for fucking 2.5 plus years now. And I'm a ranked 13, almost 14 month member now. So, I should be a 5-star general, but that's not how YouTube does the rankings. But yeah, there's no way I'd be a fucking sergeant or a fucking double stripe fucking captain or something. I'd be a 5-star general. Cool. Yeah, definitely, Pulse. Any fucking time, bro. Anytime, bro. Like, if I don't get back to you, it's just because I'm not fucking. I don't have my notifications on, but I always check it, dude. So I'll always see it. Me and Kiwi have no problem with 14 hours difference, and we figure it out. You know what I mean? I think you're in Texas, right? So, yeah, we'll figure it out, bro. We'll figure it out, Pulse. I know you're good people, bro. You talk good about me on the call into rush hour. You said that dude's real. You could tell that guy's real. Well, real recognize real, Pulse, and I recognize you too, bro. I know you're real too, bro. And yeah, we got to talk about the cannabis thing. There's a cannabis community too. You know what I mean? Most fighters, see, no one talks shit about fighters on this platform. I'm not Ariel. I'm not any of these fucking people. They're good people. Hey, they do a good job. I'm not fucking shitting on anybody. I don't hate on no one's hustle. But I know how to talk to fighters because I am a fighter and I respect what the fuck they do. And I do not talk shit about fighters because who knows what's going on in their world. You know what I mean? None of us do. You know what I mean? But subscribe and like, definitely, brother. Respect to you too, brother. Honestly. Respect, brother. Respect. That's what that fist means, is respect. That emoji fist, it's not this. It's this. That's respect. That's what I do. That's it. I don't like the respect. This don't mean respect to me. I don't know what the fuck that means. This means 3 for the stripes, fuck Nikes. I want Puma and Adidas. Adidas, I've been wearing your fucking shit since since fucking elementary. I brought Adidas to my neighborhood. Everyone started wearing Adidas. You know what I mean? Puma. I need Puma. Sponsorships are coming, man. Like, they're going to come, all right? They're coming. They're going to come, and they're going to come big. We're going to do this big pulse. I got a professional mixed martial artist that wants to do this with me. He's been on my podcast, Travis Demko from Stoughton. Really tough kid. He's rehabbing a knee injury right now. He's, going through a lot of shit, But, yeah, respect to you, Pulse, always, brother. You know that, brother. You're a good man. I know that, brother. I know you're a good man. Jay, thank you, brother, for checking in. This is going to be every morning, people. It'll be a little earlier than I did it today. I'd say between 4 and 8, you know what I mean? Or 4 and 9 in the morning. I'm going to try to keep it at the same time every morning, you know what I mean? So people can listen to it on their way into work or their way home from work or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm going to do this daily, Tuesday through Saturdays, but I'm going to do it Monday through Saturday this week for the first week. And I'm going to break down fights. We already broke down this past weekend's card, and I congratulated Garcia on his win versus Fortunas, and we went over the London card. That's another 11 o'clock card. We can't bitch here in America, people, about times on cards, because 80% of the fucking year we get it at our time that we like. You know what I mean? So let's give the other part of the world, a chance to have good days too. You know what I mean? So they don't fuck up their days. We have it a lot better. Pulse, Rush Hour MMA, Jay, Ken, everyone out there, Deacon, Vince Shipman, Kiwi, my co-host, brother. I love you guys, all of you, right? Club, so many is. Dougie, so many is. There's so many is. I can't even name all these. Ken, obviously, all you guys, and all the new people too. I know organically I'm growing a really good subscriber base. They were all good people. A lot of them, some of them are people I know from local. A lot of people don't like me doing this shit, but that's on them. Those are haters. Those are people that say they're going to do something and they never do nothing. So they perpetrate a fraud every day of their life. I actually do everything I say I'm going to fucking do. And I beat all the fucking odds doing it. And I'm still beating the odds every fucking day. You know what I mean? So, I do it positive. I just try to be positive. But I train harder than 20-year-olds out there, 30-year-olds out there. And maybe I probably even train harder than some of these probably most of these mixed martial arts guys. I train year round. So, I don't get heavy no more. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to be microdosing shrooms when I'm fucking 55 or 60. You know what I mean? I can get a weed fucking sponsorship because I'm very loyal. You know what I mean? I went legal 2 years ago for the first time in my life. I've never had to pay for part of my fucking life. Now I pay for it. But I came off all those pain meds. You know what I mean? Like my fucking land on your head, 14 feet, grabbing the rail and it gives you land 14 feet on it. You fracture your skull. Your whole spine gets, every disc is going a different direction. I got stenosis, disc disease, all kinds of shit. I don't complain. You see it when I'm training. You probably see my back a little arched a little bit. It's all fucked up. I get cluster headaches every day. But I don't quit. I never quit on myself. I'll never quit on you people out there. And I will always entertain you one way or another because I say it like I live it, and I live what I speak, and I practice what I fucking preach. You know what I mean? The fuck. How much better do you want than that? You want it real, right? That's the way I want it. I don't want nothing fucking scripted. I don't want nothing fucking phony. I want it all real. And if we get into stories about life too, that's great too, because that's what this is. This isn't just MMA and boxing. This is life too. It's cannabis community. It's epic music community. It's a lot of everything, but mainly it's MMA and fucking boxing. In Boston sports. I'm not going to rag on the Sox right now because they lost to the Yankees at Fenway or in New York. I know they beat them football numbers a couple times, and then I seen football number scores against the Red Sox recently. Bruins, Rask, the goaltender we had here, those were 2 fucking Stanley Cups we could have won that you lost, Rask. You got all that money to come here as a goalie. Goalies win fucking Stanley Cups and teams. So you choked, Rask. I'll never let you live that down, bro. It's like Buckner. We actually forgave Bill Buckner when that ball went between his legs. And the Mets came back and beat us in Game 6 and then beat us in Game 7. So that was the reverse of the curse of the Bambino, right? But we reversed that curse in 2004. The Patriots always sucked until fucking crap bottom. And we brought Belichick here, and Belichick liked what he's seen in Brady, and Michigan coach told fucking, and we had Bledsoe at the time. So, Brady came in and fucking won 11 straight games and won the Super Bowl. Guy's got fucking 7 rings. I love Tom Brady. I don't care. You did a lot for us here, Tom, but I love Bill, and Bill we trust. Bill's building our defense. People watch out there in the NFL. Fucking Patriots defense. Defense wins fucking championships. And we all know Belichick is the fucking man. We all know that. If you don't know that, well, you better learn. You better get to know it. You really better get to know it because Belichick's building a defense. And the Celtics, well, obviously they have talent, right? We need like a point guard or something, a really good point guard. You know what I mean? And I think we have a great coach right now. Popovich, what's it called? His assistant coach. He's a great coach. So Stevens is now up as a GM. I think the Celtics' future looks bright. This is a city of champions, people. Now, you guys got to remember, we won those Super Bowls with the Patriots, right? But before that, we went to 2 Super Bowls. We got our asses kicked by the Bears in Green Bay. And the Patriots always suck. The Bruins, we had the Bruins broke the curse in 2011. They won the Stanley Cup in 1971 when I was born. Bobby Orr with the in the air goal. When they won the Stanley Cup, I had my fucking my son on my shoulders the whole fucking parade. I was so excited when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2013. The Celtics when they won in 2008. Me and my buddy Eddie Silver, right? We were jumping up and down, listening to the radio at work on the fucking Castle Island fucking water tunnel in 2008, 2010. And the Red Sox obviously won a bunch of fucking championships since 2003 and 2004. Manny Ramirez, Kyle Yastrzemski, Fred Lynn, Big Papi. These are strains of weed I'm coming out with in the next 5-10 years. All right, people. Fucking Larry Bird, Cam Neely, fucking Rocky Marciano, fucking Marvin Hagler. I'm gonna have strains out the ass. All Boston fucking theme, cocksuckers. I love yous out there, people. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Pulse, get at me on Discord in a little bit, brother. I'll be on there shortly. I'll check see if you've been on there or whatever, and I'll look out for you. And I'll send a message. And we'll get in touch with each other today, and we'll talk, brother. But everyone out there, Tuesday through Saturday, every morning, I will be on live talking the weeks coming up, the fight cards that are coming up for UFC, some Bellator, some elite mixed martial arts, elite boxing matches all the time, and other sports, whatever else is coming up, and some good things that happen. I'll always write stuff down to talk about. There's plenty of content. Plenty of mixed martial arts to talk about because we got Contender Series coming up every Tuesday night for the next couple months. And we got new talent coming in all the time. And everyone's getting better. It's a great time to be a fight fan, people. And anyone that loves boxing out there like I do should love mixed martial arts, should love the UFC, should love Bellator, should love all of them. Anything that they use 8 limbs, you should be loving. You people out there that don't love mixed martial arts, I think you guys got a problem. I think you got to fix that, fucking tweak yourself, fucking, fucking revamp you, take some shrooms or fucking something to reboot your fucking, your hard drive in your brain or something. And the people that disrespect boxing out there, go do 3 minutes in a fucking ring with a fucking middleweight or something if you're a heavyweight. Go chase around a middleweight. I'll fucking light you up like a Christmas tree. And then we'll see how much you fucking respect boxing. Go back in the crates. You got to go back in the crates. Go watch. There wasn't no standing 8 counts in boxing back in the days. Once they got up off of one knee, they were getting fucking hit. There was no fucking ref fucking stopping them. No. Go back. People had no clue how vicious boxing was. Had no fucking clue. And that's how I know people who don't know fighting. When they don't know fucking boxing. They have no fucking clue what fighting is. Listen, people, thank you very much. Have a blessed day. I know I said this before. I'm going to end with, this is the Bloody Bean, right? So we end it with this right here. I would all right. Strong. R.I.P. Jeff Hennigan. Rest in peace.